All right, well, let's kick it off with this season, though. So what was it like taking the show on the road? Amy, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, so I actually didn't know that Montana was a state because I never even heard of it, but I just knew we were going somewhere up north.
You ain't never heard of Montana?
No.
What?
Oh, what they teach y'all in Alabama?
Nothing, obviously. Nothing.
Hey, this is what they teach them in Alabama. You wake up and it's roll tide.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all they do. That's all they know. That's it.
So what was the biggest shock when you got to Montana then?
How cold it was. We're all from the South. That shit ain't for us.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God. So I think I've seen snow one time in Alabama, and it was not like really snow. It was like snow flurries. And so when I got to Montana, I was like, oh my gosh, what is this white fluffy stuff on the ground? It was like so much snow. And honestly, I hate the snow now. I'm glad I live in Alabama.
Definitely. I was gonna say this, definitely the weather and it's totally different up there. It's cold. Yeah. It's so cold.
It's cold. It really is.
Montana was beautiful though, for real.
It was beautiful.
It is so pretty.
Yeah. It's like the air felt fresher. Like it's just like something about, I don't know. I see why people live there. It looks like
a postcard.
Yeah,
they call it Big Sky Country for a reason. Like the sky is like nothing I ever seen.
Right off the bat, like doing things a little bit differently with COVID in the mix as well. I mean, we had to take all the precautions, and production was very good about making sure every 3 days that we had our nasals swabbed. I'm like, good Lord, how many times am I going to have to do this? And so we had our temperatures taken every morning as well. And so it was just a hard thing to get used to because you're used to just getting up and getting after the day, especially when you're filming, you're excited for what the new day brings. And they're like, hold on, let's make sure you're not positive for COVID. And so it was one of the things that we as castmates and roommates had to get used to a lot quicker. And I feel like once we were in the hotel room quarantine, we realized what it was going to be. So it was a lot different, but keeping us in the house together definitely brought a lot more drama.
I was going to say, I mean, Candace, how did quarantine test your friendships?
I don't really think it tested my friendships that much. I mean, I just think that, we at some point, just the cabin fever all together is just going to make you go crazy. And so I just think that, us living under each other and having to rely on each other so much for like, I don't know, entertainment purposes, it just gets hard in general. But I don't think that my friendships were tested. I mean, maybe me being able to tolerate living in a house with Gus was tested. But other than that, I don't really think my friendships were tested. I tend to I'll be chilling, Christina.
Good. That's good.
Oh, it was brutal. It was brutal. I mean, there was a lot of good things for sure, but there's also a lot of bad things. And it's just strictly due to the fact that, there's a lot of things that have happened outside of filming when it comes to like the core people in this house that have affected us moving back into each other now. And now with filming during the pandemic, we can't get away from each other ever. Like usually if you're fighting somebody in the house, you go to the bar, you can separate from that person and not talk to them all night. But we didn't have that luxury this time with the pandemic. So you fight with somebody in the house, the best you can do is go to the room over. But guess what? Right. You go to the kitchen, get some of the food, they're still standing there. You go to brush your teeth, they're in the same bathroom. So I think that was the hardest part about, filming during the pandemic was just there's no breaks from any of each other.
Yeah, nowhere to hide.
Nowhere to hide at all.
I will say this though, filming during the pandemic, it did, I got to learn more about my roommates than I ever have learned before. Yeah. Like I think it did bring us a little bit closer for the most part. I would say for some of us,
I mean, Cody, it does look like you and Gus kind of go at it this season, at least based on the trailer. Can you tease a little? Yeah, could you tease a little bit about that?
Shit, I don't remember, to be honest with you. I was probably drunk.
What did y'all get into it about? I mean, it was probably just like the same shit Gus kept doing when he was drunk. You would go to get my pack.
Yeah,
it's probably I was probably doing some stupid shit.
Hey, and I'm so mad about the deeper behind that pisses me off. I still have no respect anyway.
I know, dude.
I did not know that was going on.
Well, obviously a big storyline this season. Nilsa, congratulations on your pregnancy. How are you feeling? And, what was the most challenging, surprising part about being pregnant, but also filming the show at the same time?
So I feel like the most challenging part, everyone knows I'm a big party girl and I couldn't participate, in very much any of the drinking activities, but a lot of the snow activities, like that we were doing, I couldn't really do. So that was very different. And also, trying to stay out of the drama because one, I had just lost my father. So I was grieving, and then found out I was pregnant. And then it's like, I don't want to be in stressful environments, but filming in the house and being in the house with everyone drunk all the time and all the fighting and drama, it was just so much on me. And I had good moments, but I had a lot of bad moments too. So I feel like you guys will get to see how it is being the only sober pregnant one in the middle of nowhere, place you've never been before. But I did
and it takes a strong woman to do that. That's for sure. Dealing with us and not being able to drink. I mean, let alone being pregnant. She deserves our hats off to her.
And normally I'm not one to sit back and not say how I'm feeling. I'm usually the first one to say, well, you know what, blah, 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 blah. But this time I couldn't be like that because I needed to keep my sanity. But I did have a lot of my roommates that did make sure I was okay, would comfort me and make sure that I was, feeling the best I could in the situation.
Kirk, what was it like having Nilsa pregnant in the house this season?
It was definitely different because Nilsa is really fun when she's drunk. She has a good time. She turns into Tina. She throws drinks on Cody. He starts crying. But, so.
and they call Gus the crybaby bitch. It's really me. I'm really the crybaby bitch.
But no, yeah, like Gus said previously, we're all happy for her, but her being, not able to drink is kind of crazy because I would say, and Amy, I love you, but I think Tina is probably the most fun female drunk at all y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I would say the wildest.
Fun when I'm drunk.
You're a lot of fun,
but
Tina.
Smart, and I'm very intelligent when I get drunk. Just ask Gus.
Okay, I'm not discrediting that. I'm not discrediting that, but Tina is wild as hell, and her eyes just wander like it's like someone like no one's home but the lights are on type shit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Gus, how did you feel when Nilsa said that she was pregnant? Because obviously the two of you have had a bit of a past.
Yeah, I mean, I was super happy for her. I want the same thing for all of us that go on these vacations together. I want everybody to find their person, be happy, and eventually get to the point where they're starting their family. And Nilsa found that before anybody else here, and I'm just happy that that's where she's
definitely. Amy, how did you feel about having Nilsa pregnant in the house?
I was sad that she couldn't drink and party and thought and plot with me, but Nilsa I know will be a really good mom, so I was just really happy that she's happy.
I mean, what are you most looking forward to about being a mom? And for Candace and Jeremiah, what kind of mom do you think Nilsa is going to be?
I think the thing I'm looking forward to most is the connection and the love that I'm going to feel with my baby Gray. Mm-hmm. Everyone has said it's a love like no other, and I can't wait to experience that because I already kind of experienced that with my dog. And if it's my actual baby, I already feel like when he kicks and stuff, I'm like, this is the most incredible thing when I get to see him on the ultrasound moving. It is honestly the most incredible thing, and I just can't wait for him to get here. I wish I could just pop him out now.
And then what kind of mom do you think
is gonna be? A great mommy. I know that her motherly instincts and all of that's gonna just kick in, and I think she's gonna be an overprotective mom too. I think she's gonna be one of those helicopter mamas.
I mean, based off of the way that she handled all her kids in Montana, I'd say she's going to be a great mom. Good Lord, we gave her a lot of drama to deal with. Yeah. But no, I honestly feel like she's going to be the most nurturing mother, and not to mention all the stories that I heard about Gus and having conversations with him. I know those two are going to be a dynamic duo, and that kid's going to do great things with them by their kid's side. So I'm just saying they're going to be a great duo. I'm excited.
Yeah. That's another one of the things I'm most excited for, to see my fiance be a dad. I know he's just going to be the best dad. And also filming, I need to be grateful because filming this time around while pregnant really prepared me for motherhood. It's like I had 6 drunk kids at all times. I got to make sure they stay alive.
Yes. Was it ever awkward, telling Gus, your previous Gus, about the pregnancy? And what was that conversation like? And, it seems like based on the trailer, he does cause a lot of drama in the house this season.
For me, there was no drama. from what I thought and all the times we had hung out between season 3 and season 4, we had hung out in groups with my fiance now. He came over for Easter. We spent time with his family. We all went to Top Golf together. You know, I hung out with him and his girlfriend that he was dating at the time. He actually went on a trip with us to South Carolina. So for me, I didn't think there was any issues. And so, yeah.
Let's wait and see.